There were a lot of lighter girls who were deemed more attractive or, you know, most attractive. But in a lot of cases, they were.
Yeah, it's recording. Oh, we look amazing. Hello, everybody. Yo, beautiful people, it's your girl Koi, and this is the Safe Space Show, but slightly different, but just as good. Now, guys, this is the day I randomly woke up and decided to invite 6 of my friends to my house. Now, I didn't do my makeup, I didn't do my hair, didn't even cream my knees, but the banter was bantering, and they look cute, so it's awkward. Anyway, guys, I'm so excited to share this with you guys just before we jump into the season finale, right? So make sure you enjoy. Merry Christmas, Happy New Year, and all them good stuff. And don't forget, guys, the season finale is still dropping, so make sure you watch to the very end because I got a surprise for you there too. I love, enjoy, let's laugh. Yeah!
Outside, I know my sauce.
Fam, listen, I say it all the time. In ends, listen, I'm the pretty girl in ends, you know what I mean? I'm definitely the pretty girl
Top
in ends.
10, not 9,
you know
8,
what I mean?
7, 6, 5,
you know what I
4,
mean?
3,
Like,
2.
guys will move to me, and you feel
Like,
comfortable in that space, you know what I mean?
comfortable.
Cool.
I'm
Fair enough, we
comfortable.
had secondary school and all the whole BBM
Oh,
lighties and all of that stuff.
Wrong. Like, we
appreciate it, but I had my own sauce. I bring something to the table.
Because you know what it is?
I'm a bad bitch.
I got haha.
Yeah.
I got the humour.
Yeah.
Then I got the look at me.
You know, it's cool. I had the okay, cool. Before the looks, I had the personality. I had.
Do you know what I mean?
I was a funny girl. I know how to make conversation. I know how to vibes. I know how to do. Obviously, you know when the highlight and the contour came, I was like, yeah, but then the frontal, I was like, yeah, I'm like.
Like that.
What's good in the motherfucking hood?
You know what it is? All the men them right now haven't understood what we said, but all the girls understand what we're saying.
And all the lights and girls have their own hair, blah, blah, and obviously the guys will appreciate the lights and girls, blah, 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 because...
I just accept it. It was just a way of life.
You know, it was normal to us, isn't it?
Calm,
Cool.
Yeah.
And I say it all the time. Us black, especially dark skin girls, had a lot of trauma in secondary school.
Yeah.
That we haven't addressed. So when we in order like became society acceptable, or boys accepted us a bit more, like in college, when we start doing the weaves and the makeups and all of that stuff, guys are trying to like, oh, brown skin girls. I think all of us feel more comfortable with ourselves a little bit more in it. So when you reach into the industry now,
it's different.
It brings you back to that space.
It's weird.
It's like it's so.
It's
I don't
so
understand
weird.
it's so
It's
mad,
so
yeah.
weird.
It's like, why do I feel like, as a grown woman, I feel like I'm back in that secondary.
Like I'm 12 again.
Year 7, and it's like we meet up with the all boys school, and the all boys school picks all the light skin girls or the mixed race girls to be like the little girlfriends or whatever, and I'm here in a corner and I have to prove myself, or I have to show that I do something, or I have to show that I'm funny, or I can hold conversation. I have to work twice as hard. Like, I can be me right now and a light skin girl, yeah, we can both do the same thing, yeah, but I feel like I have to do twice as hard.
That's peak, bruv.
She's not wrong.
It's so sad because it's like, how do we change that?
Do you know what it is? I definitely feel what she's talking about back in the day. I knew that I was not it.
That bit is air, in my opinion. And whether you want to say I'm trying to talk about the experience, I think that's air. We only like black girls. Like, we used to laugh at the men them who used to go, like, being with lighties and white girls was the men them who go bookies and do different stuff that we wasn't into.
As a man, you have to become very aware, emotionally aware, and more empathetic to how much you guys actually went through.
But I guess we didn't even know it. Like, I literally automatically put myself second place if there was a light skinned girl in the room when I was a kid.
Like, the light skinned girls were it. That was fact, fact. Like, there was no disputing it. Do you know what I mean? There was very few men that acknowledged dark skinned girls.
And it wasn't something I fought against. It
was. It wasn't like a shocking thing. It wasn't rattling. It was just status quo. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah. There were a lot of lighter girls who were deemed more attractive or, you know, most attractive. But in a lot of cases, they were.
Yeah, you don't consciously even think it. You just accept that, alright, cool, after him it's me.
Right.
I got next.
Right.
They were the nicest chicks. It just happened to be she's the nicest chick because obviously we all kind of like falter to the same standards. When we were young, boys and girls, we were all going to that one little hair shop. There was a time when literally it was plastic weave. The makeup was shit. And looking back, your makeup probably didn't slap, your hair probably didn't slap as much as this girl who has natural hair that's shoulder length and wavy and curly.
What do we expect light-skinned girls to do even in that? Because I think a lot of times in this
I'm not going to turn down my favour.
Yes.
I'm not going to, and you shouldn't. I don't expect them to.
the colorism debate, what does that feel like to you? Does it feel like you're being attacked? Sometimes does it feel like we're calling for your help?
I think it's ignorant not to realise that there's a privilege there.
Yeah.
Where the industry part is concerned, I will not argue with her.
Okay.
Like, there's no argument to be had.
And we forget we revolve around an industry that's still very
Much in that, yeah.
To be fair, it's all
Remember the
white.
party we went to?
Which one?
Sorry,
Okay.
guys, love
Is
you.
it?
but-
I think. I thought
Yeah,
so.
yeah.
That's the one you were talking about.
Yes, we go into the industry, like I've even experienced it, just a real shift in how you're seen. Obviously,
What was it like when you just entered the room?
bro, it was mad. I went in there, you would have thought I was help. Then I remember saying to you, I feel weird.
Yeah.
Because I was just feeling it. Like, guys, it was happening to me in real time. And I was trying to explain it to you, but I don't think I even had the words. And what we compare it to is like being black in London, where it's normal, feels alright. Then going to like somewhere where there's not many, people. And the difference you feel in how you're received.
There's a couple dark-skinned female presenters around the time when I was like doing like comedy and stuff.
Yeah.
I know one particular presenter she's doing her thing now, but it seems like it took 10 years to get to this point.
In terms of the industry, I think obviously because I do modelling and things like that.
10% off if you quote 10 when booking to me. 10% off. 15.
Anyway,
50% off. I feel like, remember, these events we go to are slightly work as well.
Yeah.
So it was like, this is having an impact bigger than just making me feel bad. This is like people are not even checking for what I'm trying to bring or trying to hear me out.
Yeah.
Okay.
And I've seen other girls coming in within those 10 years. I've seen a bunch of girls coming and kind of get to where she is or near where she is.
And I remember Nada was so lovely. She'll be talking to someone and she'll be introducing me. She'll be like, this is my friend Koi. And like there was such a
Pause.
It was like a lack of investment in trying to hear what I'm saying or anything like that. So I got to a point where when she would say that, I'd just be like, yeah, lovely to meet you. I wouldn't even be quiet. The not being met with any energy back was just so long, and it just was like raw. Like
I feel like I came into the industry after the whole BLM thing.
Well, like after
George Floyd.
really?
Yeah, that's when I entered, and then it was different.
That's very recent. You've only been modelling for a year.
Yes, that's when it was very different.
Oh.
That's when they wanted you.
Do you still feel that now?
I'm mostly in spaces where that's not a factor. Shout out Free Shot, shout out 90s Baby Show, shout out all these guys, shout out Half Cast Podcast. I feel like when it's stuff like when it's with you, my brothers, or people like where I'm celebrated,
The
not
source just
tolerated,
him
it
being
works,
there.
But when I'm in spaces where it is just basically on face value or whatever, bro, I gotta just look in the mirror like, is it
What's
like,
going on?
What's going on? So
Yeah.
What? Activate. What's going on? I spoil myself with being in spaces I feel like where I am respected for what I bring, and I'm, if not celebrated, at least heard out. Do you recognise that as I grow, that's going to be maybe harder to find?
I've had a very different experience, especially to all the music girls that have been doing it for years. They were like, I need you up front because I need to be seen to be supporting the team.
Did it feel genuine?
No.
Okay.
But I didn't care because I was getting paid.
If you are in a position of power and you are like, you care about this type of shit, holler at me,
so
plug me
important,
with
man.
opportunities.
Yeah.
Now, where everything that was settled down, I believe in my own source. If you want the mixed race girl to go in front, I understand it. Like, I don't take nothing personally anymore.
I don't even know the first steps to take apart from us getting in position to start being like, oh no, you're like me, let me bring you along.
How do you feel about the progress? Like, honestly.
Social media brought together a black community. Like, dark-skinned
100%.
women had other dark-skinned women to look at and be like, oh, no, she's wavy. But you were lovely. Even though I didn't feel like I was able to articulate what I was experiencing, you cared for me regardless. You're a good egg. She's a good egg, guys. She's a good egg. A bit scrambled, but she's a good egg.
I think you were even saying like as soon as you bring up the colorism debate, people start just like closing off their ears and like, oh, whoa.
Yeah.
I think the colorism debate, a lot of people run away from it because everyone feels like they can get a straight bullet. Like,
Yeah, you can. You can.
get
If you light skin and you're hearing this conversation,
Yeah.
you could be rubbed the wrong way by it.
Yeah.
On social media, it's been used to flog people rather than educate people.
Can be
Because the pain
draining
it
to
can be
some people.
so draining.
It's dumb because then it's never going to be addressed. And to be honest, do you feel it more from men or is it just
Men.
That's very sad because I think that's something where as a black man I've become more empathetic with.
Obviously, shout out Malika. She even shared the episode. She was like, "This is important to listen to," and all of that. Like, and I know it's a heavy topic, but I think it's important because you're missing out on so much talent as well. I feel like there's so many things that separate black people.
I personally don't think you can fuck somebody up based on their privilege. Like, cis just exist.
So I'm hesitant to jump on the whole fuck black men, fuck light skin girls.
It literally is
Me
bullets.
against you.
Right.
We're like fighting ourselves here.
Mimi said the same thing happened for her, that she had a lot of the girls that brought in, they just happened to be light skinned as well.
But they did the right thing. They brought you in.
Yeah.
That's the only way to start changing it, because the more they bring more dark skinned girls in, then the more they become the norm.
People will pluck me out from the crowd to bring me to the front. Maybe it is just like aftermath after all that and all the backlash that all these guys have been getting about, you know, light skinned white girls always been at the forefront.
I really would want people to give it a go. Just listening, it's not the heavy thing you expect. It's heavy, but it's refreshing at the same time. So
it's important.
Shout out Mimi.
It's important to have these discussions as well. So
for real.
Shout out both of you for having that honest conversation.
Thank you.
Do you know what? You need to actually even send that clip to like a blog page.
Some little stuff.
Well, yeah, all right, of course. Listen, I'm just so happy for this to actually be coming out, because you know what? Yeah, I just remember the day being like, I was pleasantly surprised. Wait, was I that day?
Yeah.
Had you done any episodes before that, or was that like the first, technically?
Yeah, you were before Savage Us. I'd done some, but you were the reason. Because of you, Audrey, Savage, so I feel like you were like second.
I was so surprised, because on that day I was probably surprised. I was like, I didn't know what I was coming in for.
Yeah, and
like, you were just like, oh, I'm doing this new thing. I'm like, yeah, of course I'm gonna pull up. It's you. Then when I got there and I saw the setting, I was like, oh, okay. And then as it went on, I was.
There was a lot of heart that went into it, guys. Yeah. There was a lot of heart that went into it.
I don't even remember what I said in it though.
Oh, I thought you said a lot still.
Did I?
Yeah, we spoke about cheating. Don't worry, you didn't cheat according to you, what you said in the episode. So Chucky's not a cheater.
No, I ain't. I've done something that like it was not.
And it was inappropriate.
Yeah, but I wouldn't say I was cheating. I wasn't like outside like that. But yeah.
I love that.
I said something.
Do you not cheat because of? Yeah, you said something about, I asked you if there was an ex that you would consider going back to. Yeah. I remember we also asked who our celebrity crushes were. Chucky would not let me get away with my PR answer. But can I just say it's changed now?
Has it? Go on.
Yeah, it's changed. Let them watch that show.
Okay, alright. Yeah,
but yeah, so, yeah. Anyway, guys, make sure you watch whatever's coming out next.
Yeah?
Cool. Love.
Neat.